Long before the first human breath was drawn, before the dust of the earth was formed, there existed a celestial being named Lucifer, one whose brilliance outshined the stars. He was not just another angel. He was the pinnacle of created beauty, the anointed cherub who walked among the fiery stones of heaven. Ezekiel 28 verse 14. God himself declared that Lucifer was blameless in your ways from the day you were created till wickedness was found in you. Ezekiel 28 verse 15. He had everything: proximity to God, honor among angels, and authority in the spiritual realm. But the tragedy began with a single thought: I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will make myself like the Most High. Isaiah 14 verses 13 to 14. That was the moment pride was born. That was the moment heaven trembled, not from fear but from betrayal. But before we continue, I will leave below a link to one of our ebooks to improve your relationship with God and help you begin to understand the reason for certain things and trust Him more. What makes Lucifer's fall so terrifying isn't just what he did, it's what he knew. He stood in the full light of God's glory. He heard the voice that created worlds. He witnessed divine justice and mercy, love and truth, and yet, he turned away. This wasn't ignorance. It was rebellion, fully conscious, fully aware, and fully intentional. The book of Revelation tells us there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, Revelation 12 verse 7. Can you imagine that scene? A perfect realm ruptured by defiance. Lucifer, now called Satan, convinced a third of the angels to follow him. Why? Because pride always seeks company. Rebellion always spreads. But they were cast out, thrown down to the earth, their sentence irreversible. And here's a sobering truth: God did not offer forgiveness to the fallen angels. Not because His mercy failed, but because they refused it entirely. 2 Peter 2 verse 4 says, "For if God did not spare angels when they sinned, but sent them to hell, putting them in chains of darkness to be held for judgment." Theirs was not a mistake, it was a decision sealed by allegiance to evil. Unlike humans, angels don't live by faith, they live by sight. They knew what they were rejecting. Hebrews 6 verses 4 to 6 warns of a similar danger for those who have tasted the heavenly gift and still fall away. It is impossible to bring them back to repentance. God's justice is not cruelty, it is clarity. He cannot dwell with darkness. And now we must ask, what does this ancient war have to do with us? Everything. The enemy of your soul is not some cartoonish figure with horns. He is a fallen prince who hates what you represent, the image of God. And unlike the angels, humanity was given something Satan despises: grace. After Adam and Eve sinned, God didn't abandon them. He sought them in the garden, clothed them, and promised a Redeemer, Genesis 3 verse 15. That Redeemer is Christ, the Son of God, who stepped into our world to crush the serpent's head. Hebrews 2 verse 14 tells us, "Since the children have flesh and blood, He too shared in their humanity so that by His death He might break the power of him who holds the power of death, that is, the devil." This is the miracle Satan cannot comprehend. Why would the Holy Creator die for a sinner? Have you already clicked on the like button and subscribed to the channel? This helps us understand that you are enjoying our videos and YouTube is sending you more. We count on your help. Let's go back to the video. Yet, even with redemption freely offered, many rejected, just like Lucifer did. Jesus warned in John 3 verse 19, "Light has come into the world, but people loved darkness instead of light because their deeds were evil." This is not just about a cosmic war, it's about a daily one. The enemy still whispers the same lie: you can be like God. You don't need Him. Define your own truth. It's the ancient rebellion repackaged. But we are called to choose differently. Romans 12 verse 2 urges us, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." That's how you resist the pull of hell, by aligning your will with heaven. Look at Jesus, the exact opposite of Lucifer. Though He was equal with God, He did not consider equality something to be used for His own advantage. Instead, He made Himself nothing, Philippians 2 verses 6 to 8. He descended so we could rise. He obeyed so we could be restored. Where Lucifer said, "I will rise," Jesus said, "Thy will be done." And now He invites us to do the same. This is not a story of fear, it's a story of choice. And your choices echo in eternity. Every thought, every desire, every act of obedience or rebellion matters. Satan's story is sealed. Ours is still being written. Don't let his voice be the author of your future. The same Christ who conquered the grave stands ready to redeem your heart. Revelation 3 verse 20 says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock." He's not breaking it down. He's waiting for your yes. Will you open? Will you surrender? Or will pride, like it did with Lucifer, steal your purpose and blind your heart? And if you feel that stirring, if your spirit longs to understand God's voice, discern truth, and live in His purpose, then take the next step. The Rich Life with God ebook is not just words on a page. It's a roadmap for those tired of spiritual confusion and ready to walk in divine clarity. This is your moment. Don't let it pass. Choose life. Choose truth. Choose the one who calls you not to fall but to rise. Would you like prompts for images or a thumbnail next?